Roadhouse.
Welcome, comic fans, to New Comic Book Day. Why? With comic news. Oh man, good time to be alive, I guess. I don't know. If you missed it, James Gunn teased a major Justice League character in the Superman movie. There was a billboard for Chacos. If you don't know, Chacos are the go-to favorite of the Martian Manhunter. So we might be seeing the Martian Manhunter at some point in a DC movie. But Superman kind of set the tone for that. Other news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, there were a few trailers dropped, some South Park stuff, and Peacemaker. There you go. That's the comic book stuff. So Peacemaker will be coming soon to HBO Max, formerly known as Max. Before that, known as HBO Max, then HBO Go, HBO On Demand. DC stuff was also on the DC app before it did that. Christina Payne's in the house. Hey, Christina, how's it going? Yes, Peacemaker will be making its comeback to the Max app. So they did a nice big panel, if you will, at New York Comic Con. So that should be exciting. All right. That was the news. Again, it's a lot of DC stuff in there, huh? I did the James Gunn thing today. Should have broke it up a little bit. Oh, well. Too late for that. Let's fix the camera a little bit. Got a big old panel light in the background. Let's try to get that out of there. Don't want to blind everybody. All right. So we're going to get to the new comics. Hey, what's up? Linda's in the house. What's up, Giant Fan? You sure we can see John Cena? You can't see me. Thanks for stopping by. So let's get into the comics. Before that, though, I always like to bring on my co-host for New Comic Book Day. Why? The creator. Yeah, let's go Giants, by the way. The toughest schedule in the league. And we were bad. It's not the way it's supposed to work, but it is the way it's working out for the Giants. Okay, I got sidetracked. And that reminds me, Rising Rhino. Check him out. He's good if you like sports. Now let's get back into introducing the co-hostess with the mostest, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, Aaron. Half of the best show on Wednesdays. Awesome. What's up? Hey, how's it going? Not bad.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. No complaints.
I hear. That's the best we can hope for. Also, I mean, I would listen, but a lot of times we would complain. Who listens?
Yeah, who listens anyway?
Right. Anyway, today was a good day. I went to the comic shop. Obviously, spent more time talking to the shop owner than actually buying comics. Today was a light day for me. I didn't go to 2 shops, and I didn't go to the 50 Cent warehouse. I only went to 1 today. Sometimes we gotta cut it back a little bit. I did go to Ollie's though, and I got a Ollie's pack.
Well, there you go.
So
you made up for it.
There you go. I got it's so far away. I don't think I'm gonna get up and get it, but I got a. It was yeah, it is right there. It was the first comic in the pack was X-Men and the Micronauts. So I was like number 1. So I was like, nice. You know what? Yeah, I was like, I'll grab that.
Yeah, dude. Fun.
Why not? Yeah.
That's
so it was the only one I grabbed too, and they had like a ton of them.
I grabbed those older books. Christina. Yeah, I was splashing the horns there. Look out.
Ozzy. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Christina.
Christina's awesome.
Yep.
Finally, we got Christina to claim her prize from for my Monday night show a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
we got it.
I actually won a duck. If you could believe it.
That's yeah. I
Unfrequented
mean, that's big. It's
me.
been like at least 4 years of you trying to get
Mark's
that.
working on it. I know. Wins a duck on Wednesday, on Monday night.
Right. Oh, so the 90s Spider-Man, I don't know if anybody watched Spider-Man 94, but that's returning to comics and not TV. So they're not doing the I guess it ended on a cliffhanger. I mean, I don't remember much from 94. You know, I was too busy with hormones back then. No.
Yeah.
But
I remember Amazing Friends. That's
way back. But yeah, that it kind of ended on like a cliffhanger. So I guess they're gonna try to at least wrap up Spider-Man 94 in comic format.
Wow.
Yeah,
dude.
Batman's getting I guess a different suit. Looks a little bit more blue now, less yellow than the blue and yellow, but I guess
don't they alternate, back and forth after a while, between the black and the circle or the yellow circle.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think every time they kind of reboot or a new writer comes on, they're like, what suit would you like Batman to wear? So this looks like Batman #1. I did realize looking through comics the other day that on a couple of sites, Deadpool Batman is outselling Batman #1. But
wow.
I mean, it might be understandable. You got Deadpool, who's like, I don't want to say the most popular comic character in DC. I mean, I guess at Marvel, you can argue that, but he is definitely the most culturally relevant character, I think, at this moment. So, and then you got Batman. So you got twice the firepower with that book. Coming out in September.
First team up.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, Deadpool came out possibly after the last Marvel DC team up book, right? I'm thinking. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
well, I think the last one they did was the Marvel amalgamations, right before this year.
The amalgams.
Yeah. Amalgam universe.
The mixture. That's yeah. So definitely, there's like a ton of covers too. Ultimate Universe news, Hawkeye.
You should go
Ultimate
big.
Hawkeye's getting, I guess, yeah. All right, we'll do that. Or, let's do that.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Ultimate Hawkeye is getting their own series, so
nice.
That might be fun. I know there's not a ton of Star Trek fans out there, but Voyager #1 is coming out for you. I mean, there's not I say like there's not a ton of Star Trek fans, but there are a ton of Star Trek fans out there. I think they're just hiding.
Is that IDW right now? Star Trek?
Yeah, that's IDW. Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. She's got a #1 coming out. Full disclosure, I used to watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch growing up. So
there you go.
TV show. Yeah, I think that's it. I always take these. Here's a picture for you. I think you'll know who these guys are, Aaron, in Lego form.
Oh yeah, yep. X-Files.
X-Files. Mulder and Scully. That's fun.
They could have always expanded that universe somehow, I think, but
the X-Files.
Yeah.
There definitely was a lot. I think they were just tired of the contract stuff towards the end.
Yeah.
Having like whole seasons of people missing because they didn't want to pay the money, and then crazy news. But yeah, I would love even for an X-Files movie to come out now. I'd go watch it.
Well, the whole Doggett character, it's just too bad that they went with a New York City like cop. It just didn't. It didn't
gel,
fit
right?
the. It didn't fit the theme. It needed to be someone who would, different than that. I think.
Yeah, he was a little bit too straight and narrow. I don't know if they were trying to let's go Giants. That was 6 minutes ago. A little bit behind the times. Yes, and comics curing cancer. Don't forget to check that out. Yeah, he was just a little bit too straight. Like I there's too much of the straight man. Like, they had a thing going. It's like comedy, right? You need a balance, and he was just too much on the other side.
Yeah, he became kind of like the stereotype cop of New York City in a way, the way he was talking. And exactly. I don't know, just you get what were they, Harvard, or they were just highly trained people, Mulder and Scully, and they, they just had something a little different. So yeah, it's a cool, definitely cool choice picking that actor though.
Yeah,
Terminator 2. And they actually spoofed on that too. Have you seen this? This. And there was a metal episode too. So
it's true. Yeah, they did play around with that liquid metal stuff. Hey, Bedazzle, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you pick up the IDW monthly catalog this month, I'm not gonna rip it out just because I don't want to hurt it, kill it. There is a poster. So if you read Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees,
I've been hearing good stuff about that.
Yeah, there's a poster for that in here. I want to rip it out, but I have to to get it out without putting a big hole in the center. You have to bend the staples and stuff, and I'm just not ready to do that right now.
Take care of the magazine.
I just want the poster out without holes. The rest of the magazine could go right in the recycling. All right, who's ready to get into some comics?
So it was a light week for you today.
It was pretty light. It was. I did read this. This came out last week, but The World to Come, issue 1, second printing. It wasn't bad.
Did it have a Marvel Knights insignia in the corner there?
It does. They brought it back, and Quesada's back. Yeah, I guess his name's not on the front. Let's see if his name's on the back.
Well, I know they were bringing it back to write and stuff. I didn't know they're bringing Marvel Knights back.
Yeah, this is. It's not even on the back. It's just the Thunderbolts.
Nice.
Yeah, Quesada's back, and he's working on the Marvel Knights.
Well, I guess you're keeping me abreast with all the new stuff coming out, man. That's what you're doing here.
Yeah. So, they did say with this book, you don't have to read the original Marvel Knights Black Panther, but if you want to get the tone, because the tone is a little bit different, they're like, pick it up, and that'll help to set the world for you. There is some back and forth in this book too. It's like present day, 25 years before, 25 years in the future. So they jumped around a little bit.
Did you like it?
I did. And I picked up issue 2, so I'm going to read issue 2 pretty soon.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
all. What's it called? The Things to Come or something like that?
The World to Come.
The World to Come. Okay.
Marvel Knights #1. Yeah, it's about it's T'Challa's older in this book, so it's not like it's a young T'Challa. I would even put T'Challa in this book maybe in the 50s or maybe even pushing 60. He's gray beard, he's got a gray beard, he's losing hair, like he's definitely not the same young T'Challa. And it's a kind of about the successor to the throne. So I think that's what we're getting at. We're going to find out who and they did introduce a new Black Panther in that one, but the question is that actually the future Black Panther? Is somebody else?
So is Marvel Knights just like another pocket universe of Marvel? It's not. Is it the future of Marvel or?
So yeah. So from what I understand, it is supposed to be. It can be canonical, but it's future stuff.
Okay.
So, and it's always a little bit more serious, I guess, or adult,
Yeah.
but not adult in like.
It's supposed to be edgier.
Yeah,
That's what the Marvel Knights was.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely edgier, but yeah, not in a grotesque or gore, violence, or sexually explicit to be that. It's just adult content.
It used to
Like,
be considered more cinematic, I think, when the Marvel Knights.
yeah,
Um, like you were watching a movie or something. Something like that.
definitely. It's a fun. It was a fun read. We got Medieval Spawn number 4. I haven't read it yet, so I can't tell you what I think. This one definitely I think we hit upon this last time. We had a Medieval Spawn book. Like the art it's very 90s ish, but nothing too crazy.
Right.
Nothing that draws you in, that makes you go, whoa, I need this in my life.
Well, there's already a hardcore fan base that just buys it no matter what and collects it no matter what. All Spawn.
Yeah,
because it's accessible. Really, not really, but really, it is in a way something you can go after.
in a way, and I mean, it's definitely not a book that you're gonna pick up and not it's not going to be a book that you pick up an issue and there's no action.
Yeah.
When you pick up a Spawn book, most likely somebody's going to be getting hit in the face with a chain, or it's going to be swords or guns or something happening.
And they got all their powers back, right? Like the hell spawns and stuff, and everyone's got their powers back.
I'm still
How long did that last? Like a year or something?
Yeah, it's been at least I want to say it's been at least 12 to 15 issues, and they come out about, at least in the main Spawn book, and it comes out like once a month. So it's been about a year.
How do they reconcile it? It's just that everyone's power is coming back.
So I haven't actually got to the issue that explains that, because I'm still a few issues behind.
All right, but, it was relatively recent.
Yeah, so I feel like I have my homework now for next Wednesday. Gotta catch up.
I'm just some dude asking you questions, man.
Gotta catch up on the Spawn. Yeah. So there was at one point, like none of so at one point the vampires were hunting all the angels and the devils in the book.
Yeah.
And so the vampires always had their powers because they were something totally different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was kind of gruesome at times. Like all the demons had their demon forms and just looked grotesque, and then the angels looked more human, but they couldn't hide their wings. But then their wings were like deteriorating and falling off, and they were always in pain. And it was like, oh man. And then there was Spawn with his guns and ninja swords, just beating up everybody, even without his powers. But he was special forces, so he had his fighting tactics. And it wasn't just that like all powers were gone for the angels and the demons, like even strength. So if it was like a tiny demon, he was just a tiny ugly looking thing with no power. So it was pretty
for him.
It wasn't good at all. But there was like one character, and I still have to read the book that explains why, but there was one character in in all of it that had power, had powers, and I think it was like they were an amalgam or something. They were like not quite demon, not quite angel. So but yeah, I got to catch up on that reading. But speaking of bad guys, Bring On the Bad Guys Loki came out today.
Cool.
Yeah, so there was Doctor Doom, Green Goblin, Abomination. Today's Loki, and then
I might have the Doom issue coming to me from Cicada Sonic.
Nice. It's a good read. It kind of sets off the tone. Red Skull is next.
Cool.
I'm not quite sure who's that. Oh, they have a whole thing listed back here. There we go. So Red Skull is next. Then it's Dormammu, and then Mephisto. So the premise of this is Mephisto needs some souls of relatives of a group or a cabal, if you want to call it, of people who did a ritual with like this soul forge, which basically would let Mephisto control all the souls on Earth if he can harvest the souls of the people, of the relatives who, or the ancestors of the people who had participated.
It's called Soul Forge.
Yeah.
If he could harness that, he would have control of humanity.
Basically.
He first had to go after some relatives of people.
Yeah, he's got to get the souls of the people who participated in the ritual, I guess, that created the Soul Forge.
Oh, cool. That's a cool idea.
Yeah. So in this one, so he's been recruiting different people. So, Abomination's a military guy. So Abomination just goes out and does it,
Yeah.
Dagger's in the house. Yo,
what
yo,
up,
yo.
Dagger?
What's up, Dagger? So yeah, and then Doom kind of like fought it, obviously, because Doom's Doom. But in the end, I guess he somehow so Doom fights it, but so Mephisto gives everybody like a dagger, and like you stab the person with the dagger and it steals their soul.
Yeah.
So Doom fought it, but Doom lost the dagger at the end. During the fight, he drops it and gets picked up.
You like the art in that?
Yeah, the art's pretty good. So it's like a different creative team.
Each issue?
Yeah, each issue. But writer and artist. But this one actually had like, you could see some emotions in this one.
It's a cool idea because Marvel villains are fun.
Yeah.
Loki's more popular than ever, I think.
And each character approaches it in a different way. Loki approached his mission very cinematically. So I don't want to give away too much, but he basically, he's sent to gather a soul from one of Khonshu's old disciples. So I'm not quite sure if they were a Moon Knight or not. Not the character himself, but like if his ancestor was an old Moon Knight, right? But
yeah,
they mentioned the god Khonshu, and this person like was one of their disciples, which probably means they were some sort of somebody in their family was a Moon Knight. Ayo, Giants fan was in here. Rhino.
Yeah, you missed the Giants fan, dude.
Gosh, sure, I will take that book.
Yeah, bring it in your backpack,
Right. So, Loki has. So, out of all the issues I've read, this one was by far the most entertaining, I would say.
Yeah.
Because Loki, basically, he teleports himself through time. So this is the first one where I think a character goes back in time, and he's introduced to a guy who is basically like a bard. He's like singing. He's on the streets in old London.
Yeah.
Whatever. And he's got like a really cool voice. And Loki is like, I can use this. So he like transforms himself into this guy. And then he creates like this opera house.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, street guy, you're going to perform in my new opera house. so he does some. Yeah. Well, it was his mark, the guy. And then he starts to create this whole elaborate show, hires a dancer. He's over here to like choreograph the whole show.
Yeah.
And, then obviously Loki's got to get him in check because the guy's like, I want to travel the world. And he's like, not before you do your show.
Nice.
Meanwhile, you can assume that this took months. And meanwhile, Mephisto's just sitting in hell like, where's my soul? Where's my soul, Loki? Where's my soul? So he gets
Loki get roped in with Mephisto, though. Jeez.
So he basically Mephisto finds out some dirt on Loki and is like, hey, I'm gonna let everybody on Asgard know this dirt.
Okay.
And Loki's like, come on. He's like, can we make a deal? So Mephisto's like, yeah. All right. And then Loki's like, listen, I'm the god of tricks. So what's the fine print? Yeah. And he's like, nothing. Just deliver me this soul and we'll be good. Anyway, Mephisto starts to get impatient. He starts killing people. Not the guy like he needs a soul from, because obviously Loki's got to finish that. But
yeah,
Mephisto's like, speed it up or I'm going to ruin your show.
yeah.
So Loki does do the deed. And, you know, they, I guess there's a saying or an adage, like, you know, sometimes for fame or to be something more, you know, you sell your soul, right? Like, you end up selling out, so to speak.
Yeah. There's a theory. Well, go ahead. I won't cut you.
Oh no, go ahead. No.
There's a theory that everyone has a soul, and the soul actually guides you because the soul was around in your other incarnations. Okay, that's the idea, right? So whatever business you didn't finish in the last life, or the lesson you didn't learn, your soul records that, and then soul is in this lifetime urging you to finish the deed or learn or whatever. So when someone doesn't listen to their within, like their heart, but that could be where the soul is, right?
Yeah.
Then they sold out. They sold out. They pretty much cut the signal, or they actually sell their soul to the freaking demon who hates beings who have souls. So it's all interesting stuff, isn't it? You know, it's really weird.
It is. It is.
And I like all this weird stuff.
And that might be a little bit of what's going on in this book, right? So Loki does the deed, and there, you know, there's the blade. He's giving it back, but when he stabbed the guy with the blade, the guy says something like, "And what's the cost of this?" And Loki's like, "Your soul," and he goes, "My soul." Ha! Then you missed. So, you know, basically, this street beggar becomes this huge star. And by the end of it, I guess he doesn't have a soul anymore.
And that means you no longer have like the signal coming from within to without. You know what I mean? And you get easily led around, and you're just a tool. You know, a tool for evil. You know, especially if someone owns your soul. You know, or takes it from you. Become an automaton, like a zombie or whatever.
Right. As they would say, as the kids would say, an NPC, a non-playable character.
Yeah, non-playable character. Yeah.
You would just, yeah. So anyway, you know, Loki being the Lord of tricks, or the, you know, the god of tricks, or the trickster, he, you know, he goes back to Mephisto and he's like, "I got you. Here's your sword, you know, your dagger." And Mephisto's like, "The dagger's empty," and he's like, "What? You know, where's the soul?" And he's like, "Hey man, I did what you told me." He said, "Slay him with the dagger, capture his soul, blah blah blah." He said, "I did everything to the letter." So in some ways, Loki actually tricked Mephisto. So Mephisto is missing a soul, but the thing is, his soul was taken, but it wasn't taken by the dagger or by Loki or Mephisto. It was taken by whatever
that
he did
dude,
to sell his soul.
The soul that they needed, right? They both got robbed.
Yeah.
In other words, it wasn't a Loki trick that you know of in this moment.
Right. So, yeah. So I think what happened was Loki, in some ways, I don't want to say maybe he planned it or not, but he got this kid to sell his soul to fame, which meant that his soul was already taken and corrupted, and it couldn't be something that Mephisto could use. But he still got this kid's soul taken, but by something else, you know?
Yeah.
So, to the point where Mephisto's like, "Well, this is useless." So I think in all the 4 books that have come out so far, this is the only soul that Mephisto hasn't gotten a grasp on. So we'll see how that.
He's completed each mission before this, but in this one, he did not glean the soul he needed.
Exactly. So the next one is with Red Skull. We'll see how it all ties in. I'm sure the last issue has Mephisto, so there'll probably be something with Mephisto just trying to get that last soul, or maybe he finds it in some other episode.
But Loki's out. He did his thing.
Loki did his thing, and he did it verbatim, like everything he told him to do. He did it, and Mephisto just sits in his throne, like, touche, touche.
Okay.
So he's like, "You got me." This has been interesting, Sam and Twitch, and I'm so far behind. So
Yeah.
it's on issue 17, and I'm probably on issue 5 or 6. So,
Right.
but every time I thumb through it, there's never. It's in the Spawn universe, but they have totally kept Spawn out of this.
And
So
is the detective work interesting in that when you read it?
it is. It's very. It's not an action comic. It's not a superhero comic. It is very much like a drama or a. It was very dramatic in the beginning because or suspense, like a thriller.
Yeah.
But there was like a lot of tension between Sam and Twitch at the beginning of the comic. So,
but they are solving cases.
They are solving cases.
Okay, or
they are on the third. I think it's the third case at this moment. So they've solved a couple of cases, and I still haven't got through the first one.
That's cool.
But yeah, like a bunch of. But it's very like. The art is very dark, if you will, not colorful. There's nothing playful about it. It's all dark, dreary,
grim.
It's probably rained more times in this comic than it has in any other comic. Like there's just rain every time. Sam and Twitch. It also shows kind of their personal life. Sam is very much like he has not a lot of friends. Twitch is probably his only friend. And then Twitch is more of a family man, but his dealings with Sam have kind of caused him and his wife, mostly his wife, to get mad at him. And she's like, what do you why are you still working with this guy? And she's like, he's only going to get you killed or hurt.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. But at the end of the day, it's Sam and Twitch. So they're very much simpatico.
Cool.
This is interesting read. Chris Condon. He's done a lot of indie books, so he's pretty good. But this is News from the Fallout. The art is just, you get an idea of it. This is like the most you get for faces.
That's very shadowy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The whole thing is like everybody's in a shadow.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So, it's a nuclear. It's kind of a nuclear disaster brought on by a rogue general at a military facility in Vegas. They don't call it Area 51, but probably pretty close.
I heard there was a fire there recently, as a side note.
Oh, no.
News from the Fallout.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's all about like this aftermath after this disaster. But the thing is, this weapon doesn't actually kill everybody. It just turns them into like these zombies, and then these zombies go and they, bite the next person, and that person turns into a zombie. So it's just
it's a zombie comic pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. With end of the world vibes, cool. Which are a lot of them. All right, how's everyone doing in the chat? By the way, guys, we're getting through the books. Should be done really soon, and then we can get to your stuff. Hulk, this issue was very emotional, if you will. Hulk. So the main character that Hulk's been traveling with, Charlie Tidwell, she kind of leaves Hulk because she realizes the Hulk has an anger issue, and it's like, who didn't really? What? It took you how many issues? 26 issues to realize Hulk has an anger issue. But not just that Hulk is, has monster tendencies, especially when Bruce Banner is not in control. And Charlie realizes that she's had this thing called the God Skin, which has turned her into kind of a lichen, like she can turn into like this werewolf-like creature that flies. Anyway, she realizes that it's kind of changing her, and at the advice of like Bucky, the Winter Soldier, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna distance myself from you, Hulk. So
yeah. She doesn't want to be a monster, right?
Exactly. So Hulk ends up in the woods in a forest, and he runs into a little boy, and the little boy is like, hey, welcome to my forest. And he's like, just don't go to the bended tree or whatever. And the kid explains like how his dad gets angry and does bad things when he gets angry. And so Hulk is like, what? So Hulk goes to the campground, is kind of spying, and sees like the dad get angry and like he hits the mom, and Hulk's not dealing with that. So, but Hulk doesn't quite strike then. He goes back and finds the kid, and then I won't ruin the exposition of it or anything. But anyway, he kind of makes it right for the kid. I don't want to give it away if anybody wants to read this one. But Hulk basically smashes this
Hulk
bad
smash,
guy.
but in this one, Hulk cares, right?
Hulk cares. Yeah, Hulk shows that he's not just a monster. And anyway, the guy ends up being like a criminal, and he's trying to get away, and the Hulk just smashes his bus, and the rest is interesting. But if you read the book, you'll really see you'll see a different side of Hulk in this one, and it was a very cool read, a very good read. Made me feel good. Made me feel good about the Hulk.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing about the Hulk, is ultimately he's good, but he's just so frustrated and angry.
Yes. Always.
But he's always good. He does the right things.
Exactly. The Ultimates, arguably the second best Ultimate Universe comic out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the introduction of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and also the White Queen is in this one. So we get a lot of appearances in here. Let's see. So kind of like the movies and the comics, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver start off not as the good guys.
Right.
You will. They end up fighting the Ultimate Universe, Captain America and Hawkeye in this issue.
Okay.
And they are controlled by the White Queen, who's also not a good guy in this universe. She is
this whole Ultimates is pretty much, it's the Avengers of like it always has been, right? But it's great that they're mixing it up and with the White Queen, who's not generally in the Avengers or whatever.
Exactly. They brought in an ex-person.
Yeah. And she's controlling half the Avengers team, right? Is that what you're saying?
She was controlling, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And then Captain America and Hawkeye end up defeating them in a way. And so they're like, oh, we got to reset, if you will. Here's the last new book for the day. Ultimate Spider-Man number 19.
Okay.
So in this one,
I hear these are not ongoings. They're actually going to end them.
Yeah, same thing with the Absolute Universe too. At some point, they will end. Well, I mean, this one's written by Jonathan Hickman, and Hickman is known for sticking on runs for a while. Like he'll give you a year or two, but he's not going to do it in perpetuity. Right. And I feel like eventually he'll leave, and it's a big mantle to carry. But yeah, they'll pass it on. Oh, here's a.
Didn't they announce that was going to end soon? Ultimate Spider-Man. Why would they do that on one of their best-selling comics? Right.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure of the first appearance of Ultimate Venom.
Well, there you go.
Not a symbiote, by the way. Not a symbiote.
Well, he wasn't in the original Ultimate Universe either. He was,
right.
Some technology.
So, yeah, it's hard to figure it out, but it might be part of just the storyline, right? Like, the Maker is supposed to come back at some point. The Maker's made this universe, and I'm guessing to defeat the Maker, they'll have to defeat these characters. Let me see. When is Ultimate Spider-Man ending?
I piqued your curiosity now.
I know. Well, I just always assumed it would end at some point.
Yeah.
But so it's supposed to end this year.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Does it make you sad?
Yeah, well, it's been a good story. It's the kind of the story I think everybody wanted, like for Peter at least.
Yeah. It's now you haven't been picking up the Spider-Man Wolverine or whatever it is, Wolverine Spider-Man.
No, they didn't even. I think that came out this week, and they didn't even have. I think it's issue 3 came out this week, and as far as I remember, I didn't even see it at the shop. So,
but you picked up the first 2.
No, I just haven't been picking up in general. But I think part of it is I don't know if my shop's been carrying enough of it for me to even think about getting it when I get there. The other shop I go to though probably does. Fourth World.
The second one was really good. It was a crazy like throwdown or whatever.
Yeah, and this issue supposedly was supposed to introduce a new character or something like that. So
when is the Ultimate? You just looked it up. Do you know when it's supposed to end?
Yeah, so Ultimate Spider-Man ends in it's December, so they're waiting to the very end of the year. It actually says the final issue will be released on December 24th, which kind of doesn't make sense because you're not releasing it around Christmas. Like, what comic store is going to be open around Christmas?
Yeah. And think about it. Is the storyline in the Ultimates seem like it's wrapping up?
No, it's just kind of getting started. Not getting started, but they're on Ultimates version 3.0.
Yeah,
as they put it in the comic. So, but the Maker's coming. Tony, who's Iron Lad in this universe, is trying to figure out a way to stop the Maker, and in order to do that, so the Ultimate Universe was created, and all superheroes were pretty much.
Yeah, I read that one. I remember that.
Yeah. Put in the freezer with the exception of Iron Man, who was Howard Stark, who then I guess passes on his stuff to Tony, and then Tony is like, I have to bring all these heroes back. So he finds Peter Parker and gives him a device that gives him Spider-Man powers, and Peter already has like natural ability, if you will. Yeah. So, and then he finds the other characters, and like Hawkeye she's like the real Hawkeye. She doesn't actually have any talent per se, but she has gear or technology that makes her able to shoot arrows. So there's actually one scene where Cap is like, shoot the pipe, and she's like, I can't, I actually suck at shooting and my gear is not working. And he's like, come on, and then she does the shot anyway, and she ends up hitting it, and she's like, nice. Oh yeah. It's like, maybe I do have talent. Cool. But awesome. Yeah, so the whole thing is Tony's trying to bring, he's bringing the Ultimates along, he's trying to get other people to be their heroes, and he's trying to, I guess, create this army of heroes, or reconstitute all the heroes back into the world, so that when the Maker comes back, there's a resistance, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the big thing. So the last comic, or at least the first of the end of the Ultimate Universe, is called Ultimate Endgame, which is #1, and that says it'll be released on December 31st, which again doesn't make a lot of sense to release it on New Year's Eve. Like, so I don't know if those, you might you might get these books, they never really come in early, so these books might be something you end up getting on like January 2nd. or something like that. It really depends, I guess, when stores are open, or if you order them online when they're delivered to you.
Right.
But these books are coming out like Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, so it's pretty crazy. But I googled it and I looked it up. I have to catch the next Agros game. Agros are, by the way, are Canadian Football League, guys. They're Argonauts. So for those who don't know, all right, what do you got for us?
All right, you guys, thanks for having me here, Will. Last week, we were going backwards from the Amazing Spider-Man series from 300 to 200, and I was showing you everything I had and my doubles. I put aside that Will needs, and these doubles though I did not put in my claim sale, except for some of the facsimiles and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Which reminds me, are you gonna jump on the claim sale someday?
Yeah, I will. So I'm starting to really. I just bought another short box to get some more comics to sell. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna jump on. I think I watched a little bit of last Monday's before I had to. I was actually traveling when I last watched it, but I managed to watch a little bit of it.
Thanks.
Yeah, and see what see how you guys run it and stuff like that. So, I got to make sure I have the right things for the right crowd, so to speak, too.
Yeah.
So, you can't bring like $100 keys to dollar sales.
Yeah. So. I keep it under about 5 to, it depends on what the book is. Sometimes people just grab it, if I know people, but I go to the eBay and the sold as, and I make sure that I see what people are actually buying the issue for. And, if it's like, $4, but with shipping, then I'll just sell it for $4 or $5. But it's generally I do $1 to $3 comic book claim sales on Monday. So, but that's going to slowly change as I go through. I'm going to probably go through my collection here slowly and pull out my doubles, here on your show. But I thought I'd start with the Amazing Spider-Man since that's what you're working on. You know what I mean?
Yes. And comic collectibles.
What up, Cap? So I actually had the 252. Remember?
That's right. I think that's where we stopped, right?
Yeah. So now this, when I was a kid, man, this was the stuff right here, dude. It's 251.
Yeah. Nice.
It was so brilliantly written to my child mind,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got another one. That's a double right there, man. They're both newsstands. Do you have this one?
I do, and I actually have the newsstand.
Okay. Here we go. 250. Steal it. It's great. Steal it. I don't even know if they could do that nowadays. They'll get sued.
Face of death.
This was an awesome freaking fight. This was the ending of Roger Stern's ASM run. Ooh, what? So here's another newsstand.
2 Newsies, huh? I don't actually have that one.
Okay.
With the Goblin.
Okay, dude.
All right.
Here is 249, and I already have a little stack for Will.
I know. Is that 249s?
Yeah, 249, dude.
Direct and Newsy? You got the set?
Direct. I mean,
newsstand. 2 Newsy?
Yeah.
Oh, I need that one too then.
Okay. Awesome. I know they're going to a good home. So here is this is a very heartfelt issue. It's called The Kid Who Collects Spider-Man, and it's 248. I remember this is another classic. So I do have 248. 247. Yes, I'm going backwards. A newsstand. Got a 247 in direct. those are always fun, huh? Having those two together like that, you know. I always loved this cover. 246. This
J.
is
Jonah
the
Jameson.
this is the John Romita Jr. I grew up on. You know,
Right.
a lot different, you guys. You know, that's
Yeah.
why he'll always have a special place in my heart because of this run. Oh, and I love this.
Oh yeah, with the mask.
245. I know I have doubles of this. Yep, I got a direct. 245.
Nice.
Isn't that something? Man, I love that. That's Lefty Donovan was the hobgoblin at this time. He was being controlled by the real mysterious being who was stealing everything. Here's 244. Another freaking awesome cover.
Yeah. There's some good ones. I mean, there's a ton of good Spider-Man covers. So saying there's some good ones is an understatement.
243. He's got to make a decision.
Oh,
All these different
options.
girls.
He lives a tough life, that Spidey.
The girls liked him when he got older because he filled out. 242. So not so many doubles this time.
Nah.
But I do still have a straight run unless here's another. So I have two of these 242s and they're both direct.
Yeah, I have 242. Yep.
Okay. There we go. I grew up on that. I just love these. I love these stories, man. 241. You know, he was getting too old. Look at that. It's a cool cover.
That is.
Oh, this brings back memories, you guys. 240. Wings of Vengeance. Look at that. Just beautiful. I think the kids, after us, when they don't collect comics that much, but they still go after Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the direct. So I have a newsstand and a direct.
Nice.
I love that cover, man.
It's so cool. It's almost like it is art in a sense too. Like you got the sun in the background.
Yeah.
You got the shading on Falcon, not Falcon.
Yeah, Vulture. It's cool.
Vulture. You have the
and that Spider-Man is just
Spidey.
drawn really well.
Yeah, it is a well-drawn Spidey. It's almost like he's swinging in front of an art piece, though, right? Because the way Vulture and the sun are drawn just seems a little different.
Here's the second appearance. So I still have a consecutive run here. 239. You guys, so I'm on a payment plan with someone called Captain Strangelife. Hans, I don't know if you guys, he's one of the OG YouTubers, and I'm going to be purchasing, I think, 238, which I don't. These are facsimiles. I have two facsimiles.
Yeah, yes, I have.
I think I sent you one of these a long time ago.
I do have the facsimile. Yeah, I have.
Remember?
It's pretty cool. And I have.
I might be able to get. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that book I actually bought last year during Heroes Con.
Yeah, you got the original in slabbed, right?
Yeah.
I might get mine raw with the tattoos, you guys. I think the tattoos are inside. I had a raw one for the longest, but in 2008 I had to sell my comic book collection. But even that copy did not have the tattoos. So here's 237.
Nice.
I got two of them.
Is that Stiltman?
Yeah, and these are newsstands, so I'm willing to. Let me know if you need that.
Let's see. I have a newsstand. I'm good.
Okay. This is another childhood, the Brand Corporation and Will the Wisp and Tarantula becomes a monster. 236. This was awesome.
It's a scary cover.
Death Kneel, but
that's like
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like nightmare fuel for me. Like a bug, like bigger than me.
Yeah.
No,
this is my Spidey I grew up with. Look at this, you guys. This is, and I actually, when I was a really young kid, I was reading Spidey comics, but I wasn't necessarily comprehending what was going on. This is when I was comprehending what was going on. I got 2 of these in direct too.
236. Do I need 236? Actually, I do need 236.
Okay, man.
Throw it on the pile.
Bread and butter. The bread and butter. So here's 235, and this was great. And this is the first time Tarantula that turned. It's Brand Corporation altered this guy, and he turned it into a monster during the fight when Spidey was trying to stop Will the Wisp from destroying the corporation, because Spidey is a good guy. He just gets, look at these covers, man. Now you know why I love Spidey. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people are like, man, I don't like Spidey. Well, you didn't read these and grow up with these. And there's guys who are older than me that grew up on the Romita Senior stuff,
Look, Stafford wants to get comics now. I need to get some comics. I mean, Spidey, ASM usually had like at least premier artists on the covers. So
they need to get Spidey back. This was awesome because Tarantula was first introduced in the Spectacular Spider-Man series in the 70s. This is from the early 80s, right? And this issue just shows that Tarantula always got lucky when it came to Spidey, because in here, I can't even show it, he just flogs him and says, you should have never been able to lay a hand on me. And it's true. Spidey was way faster than your average person. Tarantula didn't have any powers at that time. So I have both the
Newsy and a direct.
Gotta love it. Gotta love that. And here's another awesome Mr. Hyde and Cobra, and in this series, man, Spidey was just this story arc. This is Hyde. Look at that. I'll try so it's not so shiny. It's just great freaking art.
Yeah.
And he webbed him and slung him through concrete and just was kicking his ass. Like, in this series, Spidey wasn't messing around. He was like, he was winning when he fought. That's how I got, that's how I got when I was reading Spidey. Here's 231. So this is the part 1 of that. And when you want me to stop, we can talk about other stuff. But let's just. They didn't do computers back then. The dude sketched all that out.
Yeah.
That's a cool costume, but Cobra is a wuss.
Talking Spidey. Spidey is the best hero. Stafford agrees.
Yeah. You guys, now this is the classic. It's part 2 of Nothing Can Stop the Juggernaut, 230. So I have a straight run here.
That cover.
I got great. 2 in newsstand. Dude.
Nice. I thought I had that one, but my list is saying I don't. So
now CLZ, sometimes you got to double check, man, because it's not always. But look at that. See, anyone who says John Romita Jr. sucked, he didn't. At least when he not in the 80s, you guys, not because he just drew the best Spidey. In my childhood mind. But no, okay. If you need it, we'll talk about that because I got doubles of that because I'll hook up my man. Okay, but this one is a big boy book. It's Nothing Can Stop the Juggernaut. The first 229 is the first Madam Web, or does Madam Web show up before that?
There,
before that.
yeah, I think there's a earlier issue, 221 or something like that, or 2.
Yeah, I think I have that. But 229, isn't that something, dude? Nothing could stop the Juggernaut. I got 2 of these.
The Juggernaut.
So let me know if you need this.
Are they both newsstand?
Yeah, they're both newsstand.
Oh, yeah. I will take one of those. 229.
Now these are those 2 right there are nice ones, but I'm gonna hook you up, my man.
Think about who you like, and I can give you some advice. Stafford says, "Epic art."
Yeah, it is epic art, my man. And that's why I'm a comic book fan, because of this older stuff. I buy a lot of new stuff I used to, and now I've taken a break for about a year and a half or so, saving the money to get the nicer, older stuff. You know what I mean? That's how I do it. So now we got 228. So I'm still rolling with the numbers. You know, the thing is, Will, is I got some great comics over the last year, and it's good karma to move it along to your friends. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is an earlier appearance of Black Cat. 226.
Yeah, it's always cool to spread the comics, especially if you have extras, right? Doubles.
But this stuff's my bread and butter. I mean,
yeah,
this is like true love. You know, I used to have a straight run from the 70s all the way to like 2008 of Amazing Spider-Man.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, from the 70s, 1970s.
Stafford agrees with your karma. The karma.
Yeah, it's good to have good karma.
You want it? Yeah.
I've got hooked up, man. Okay, so I'm still in the. I'm not missing any in this period. Last week when we did this, if you guys want to ever check that out, I had gaps in my ASM that I need to fill. But this one is 225, and I got 3 of them.
Oof.
And they're all newsstand.
Let's see. I have that issue, but do I have? Question is, do I have a newsstand?
I know. Do you have a newsstand?
225. What are you doing, CLZ? What are we doing here?
Fool Killer? Is that who this is? I think
it looks like Fool Killer. Yes. Yeah, that's him.
That's awesome.
All right, something's up with what is happening here. All right, we're gonna back up out of this. CLZ's having a hard time keeping up with you. Yeah,
double check your CLZ, man, because I dropped my CLZ because too many times I got a back issue because my CLZ app said I didn't have it.
You didn't have it?
Home, and I had it, and I went to put it in, and then it showed it in a different.
And then it was there.
It was there underneath, but it wasn't on the list. You know. So let me know when you want me to stop if you want to talk about other stuff.
All right. We can get through the 220s, maybe.
220s? Okay, we'll do 220s. But isn't this great? Because you're working on 200 to 300.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is good.
So definitely 225. 225, right? You know what gaps I have too. Here's 224. So man, I'm like from 252 to 240, 224 so far. I got a straight run, and pretty cool. Vulture issue. This one I remember too. The Super Apes. I remember this as a kid, and I got 3 of these. So that was 224. This is 223. So no gaps yet, you guys. I'm really surprised when I get the gaps. But this is a lot of fun too. This is the red. What's his name? I forget the red. Does it say there? Yeah, Red Ghost.
Red Ghost.
And he has these apes that have powers or super strength or something. One's a changeling.
I haven't seen the Fantastic Four movie, but apparently Red Ghost is in that.
Oh, really? So I got 220. I think it's an FFO actually. 223. Right. I have that in direct, and a newsstand.
Nice. I have a copy of that. But yeah.
And we got a couple more here. 222.
Nice.
Is that cool?
Did anybody actually ever win that bike? Is that like a Toys R Us lab?
Yeah. Or collect that money.
10 speed.
Remember
Yeah.
this comic could be worth whatever it was.
Right.
And then it drops to 220. So I'm missing 221.
Yeah.
Okay. So 220, I have two of them. I have a direct and I have a newsstand.
Newsstand? Is that Moon Knight on the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's guest starring Moon Knight.
So I'm missing 221. But yeah, dude, that was fun, right?
That was awesome. I only have 3 comics. When Carnage shows up, when Venom and Spidey team up against Carnage, and the first edition Black Condor. Ah, yes. I think we talked about the Black Condor.
It's cool. Like I had all of that, but now I got to get 300. And when I sold 300, it wasn't worth what it's worth now. You know?
Yeah, it kind of skyrocketed up, right? I mean, yeah, it was always. Yeah,
I could afford it, but the whole thing is, why not get earlier stuff? You know, and why not go for the earliest? Like I got the first Beetle, I think. I got the first Craven coming to me at some point once I pay my friend. First Craven. Got the second Green Goblin. Maybe I'll keep showing these or something. Yeah. Keep going. You want me to keep going down?
Yeah, we keep going. I mean,
not right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep going during the show because I mean, I don't have.
You could go big right now, though. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I got So this, I'm looking through my collection. And I think I found the perfect box to sell stuff from because this is just like, thriller filler, if you want. Nah. A lot of this is so Ed Brisson is a pretty good writer, but he did Avengers of the Wasteland. And so this came out of pretty sure this came out of the Secret Wars stuff and the newer stuff, not the original.
But when Jonathan Hickman was on Avengers,
right?
And he built it all the way up to Secret Wars.
So this one has the Avengers of the Wasteland. This is like their first appearance, honestly. So I don't know. Alternate universe Avengers. This was actually a pretty cool book. I don't know if you ever read it, but Meet the Skrulls.
Yeah, I have that. I actually really did enjoy that.
Yeah, so this is issue 2. I have issue 1 somewhere.
You know, it's funny. I didn't have issue 2 for the longest.
Really? You just missing it?
Well, no. I mean, I have it. I've had it for a year and a half or something, 2 years, but I didn't have it for the longest time for some reason.
Y'all have
it just goes to show, like, when things seem scarce with the newer comics, they eventually pop up when people lose. They're on to the next big event, all that other stuff. So what,
Right.
That's what the problem with the modern comics are. But you can collect your favorite character that way on the cheap,
It's true. Dagger, when Cuppy sends, I actually do owe Dagger some comics. When Cuppy sends me my comics from his vault, I will have a ton of them. See, I watch all this. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't learn a lot just watching people, and seeing. This was New 5221. There's a character, I believe it's this one right here on my fingers. This was a character that was supposed to come out that never did, but somehow ended up on this cover. So, not even sure what the character's name was, but I like Mark Brooks, and this is the Fearless Defenders. So this was an all-female team.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. So I was reading comics at that time. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and this is the action figure cover. So
is that Bunn wrote that? Colin.
Yeah, Cullen Bunn. Yeah, he's a really good writer. I'm just surprised like he hasn't had more.
He writes his independent horror better, I think, than the big two. But I liked it. I liked his Marvel stuff.
It was good. This is, I think this is a Lee Bermejo cover, but this is Shattered Generations 1. It's a thickie.
It's a thickie.
It's got some. It's thick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was supposed to be like so like it was different versions of characters, but like earlier versions or younger versions or like alternate versions. Kind of like when Marvel did their I forgot what it was called. I think it was also called Generations, and it had like 2 Thors in every book and 2 Hulks, and one was a younger version, one was an older version.
Yeah.
This was a weird but fun read.
Scotty Young
By Scotty Young.
wrote that. Yeah.
Yeah, The Me You Love in the Dark.
Is that the number 1 or is it the trade?
This is number 4.
Oh, it's number 4. Okay.
I'm sure number 1. I have number 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But basically, some lady falls in love with a ghost. It's Ghost.
Yeah.
Here's a blast from the past. Superboy Zero. Not the first Superboy book.
But that version of it is an earlier appearance.
This is New Avengers number 6. Try to remember. There's something about this book. It's some probably minor.
That's the Jonathan Hickman. Is that New Avengers?
Yes, New Avengers number 6.
I don't know the key significance, but that's the stuff that leads up to Secret Wars.
Right. New Avengers 5.
I would love to reread that. I thought it was good.
I thought it was.
I want to read the Fantastic Four by Hickman too.
He's a good world builder.
Hickman. Yeah, and he had New Avengers and Avengers, which led to Infinity, which introduced a lot of the Thanos characters that people are familiar with, and then it kept going into Secret Wars. So it was really
cool. These came out a long time ago. Marvel Universe Master Editions. Basically, they're like cards. You can rip them up, and it's got the characters inside.
Okay.
So these
the regular Marvel universes were encyclopedias that before you had the internet. So when you're reading your comics, you could just pull out the universe and have it all alphabeticalized, and you could read about the character you just read in the story.
This is the Master Edition, so you can put it in a binder.
I love that. I love the look of Spidey 2099. I'm surprised they don't do more with him.
I know. This is a fun book. This is the New Guardians 2 Jungle Snow, and this was the first appearance of a character called Snowblind.
Yeah, Snowblind.
Yeah, fueled by cocaine.
Yeah, that should be in everyone's collection. I don't have that one, but
right. So this one
in the sun.
This is definitely a double for me because I already have this in a box. So I'll put this to the side for you.
Oh, awesome! Thanks.
Now you'll have
Snowblind, dude. Black Sabbath. What you get and what you see. Things that don't come easily.
Yeah, this is a cool cover.
Yep.
Stafford is saying. Let's see. I got Weapon H number 1.
Nice. That's not the first appearance, but it was to do, wasn't it? For a while.
Yeah, it was his first solo series. Now he's just kind of, I don't know where he is. He's just living somewhere in the world.
Isn't it kind of like a cheap gimmick kind of thing,
Yeah, it's a cross between Wolverine and the Hulk. They stole their DNA and created this.
And DC was trying to do Marvel characters at that time, and they had this character called Rampage that was similar to the Hulk, but he got eclipsed by this Weapon H.
Right? Marvel's like, we'll one up you. We're just gonna.
Well, that worked out that way.
Give the Hulk claws. Here's some Marvel New Universe stuff. This is Spitfire and the Troubleshooters. This is
I remember that as a kid. Did you know that Jim Shooter wanted to replace the actual Marvel universe with the new universe?
He
really wanted to do that, and they were like, "No, not a good idea."
No, sir. No, sirree.
I collect that when I see it. You could get those easy, man. The new universe stuff.
Oh yeah, they're in bins.
But I think now that Jim Shooter passed, I think some people are actually just grabbing him. You know,
it makes sense. I mean, there's definitely not any new universe stuff coming out. Let's see. You should start by getting some blank comic books and drawing. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You get some blanks and start drawing on them. I don't know if you ever saw the show Happy on TV. It was pretty.
Remember that Grant Morrison story?
Grant Morrison, yeah. For a while, that was on television for a while too. It was a very interesting show. Like this guy could see his daughter's imaginary friend.
Yeah.
So I guess she got kidnapped or something, and I don't. Psychologically, he might not have all been there, but it also may have been. Who knows? The thing may have actually been there. Legends
don't worry. That's what "Don't Worry, Be Happy" kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Legends of the Dark Knight issue 2. This was the first, I think, appearance of like a female Joker was in this or something. I don't know. This I have no idea why I picked it up, except maybe it's issue 1. Aerosmith, but it's a Kurt Busiek.
Oh, yeah, that's Kurt Busiek. I think it has something to do with the what do you call it series there. I can't believe it's escaping me. This happens, my brain goes, you know. But what was that? What was that universe where he created his own universe in Image? Do you remember that? I read the first the mini series for it too. It'll come to me. It always does.
Yeah. This was actually pretty fun if I remember it correctly. Brian Azzarello, Moonshine.
Cool.
I believe it about some like I think they were werewolves and vampires and they sold moonshine like so
only in comics, right?
Only in comics. We got some late great or late life Kirby.
Oh yeah. Yep, I have that.
Bombast.
It's a cool Kirby cover, yeah, but tops.
And it's guest starring the Savage Dragon.
Yeah, but I don't think there's Kirby's art within. I remember correctly. It was just
right. I think it was just covers.
Yeah.
We got another handbook.
Nice.
With Shatterstar.
That's a what do you call it? Rob Liefeld creation there.
Yes, Shatterstar.
Is that right?
Yeah. He was in New Mutants. Yeah, I'm trying to see if he actually did the. I was trying to see this, and the first thing I went to was the feet to see.
Yeah, see
what the feet look like.
Are they claws?
No, I mean they're sort of feet. So they're more feet than what Liefeld normally does.
Yeah.
This is New Teen Titans number 20. I want to say this was one of the first full appearances of Crush, Lobo's daughter.
Yeah, I read that too, and I was enjoying that as it was coming out. And I think Crush is an interesting character.
Yeah, I think she has some legs, and I got 2 of those.
2, it's a twofer.
So that was like $20 we just went through. Yeah, I'm trying to. Most of these I think are just going to end up on the for sale. But I gotta find like the issue 4s and stuff. I know I have other. I know I have more of those issues. Like I know I have like 1 through 4 of some of these. I just don't know if they're randomly in this box or in a different box. So that's gonna be the thing is finding them. But we got some really random stuff. We have the Amazing Spider-Girl.
I want to grab her first series there, Mayday. I like
first
that
one with Mayday. Yeah, this is Aranya number 1.
I remember that. I remember her. I had that for the longest too.
Yeah. I have a ton of these for some reason. Arrow number 2, because they're all like 50 cents. There was a big Pan Asian.
Like 3 years or 2 years ago.
Yeah, Fearless Defenders number 1.
That was cool, man. That was a good.
Yeah. And the Mark Brooks covers were really dope. Here we go. See, so now I know I have issue 1 and I had issue 4. This is Happy issue 1.
Cool.
Grant Morrison. Here's the this is issue 4. Okay, so the other one was issue 3 then. This is actual Happy. It was only 4 issues, but somehow they turned it into a 3-season television show. Yeah, really. Another Fearless Defenders number 1. Let's see. Yes. Magic the Gathering Ashcan number 1.
Oh, that's probably me. Discord.
Ooh, the Discord.
I normally turn it off on my laptop after I'm done using it.
There you go. This, I think, was the newest Exiles run. Exiles are fun. It's an interesting concept. They're going back and forth.
Yeah, I never read much of Exiles.
Here's a Yosagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, I haven't read much of that either, but that's a underground hit there.
Yeah, I found the first cover, second appearance of Yosagi Yojimbo in a 50-cent bin.
What? I think I remember that.
Yeah. At one point during the pandemic, it was probably like $700 book. I think now it's maybe like a $200 book, but when all the prices skyrocketed, it was.
Well, I keep telling you the story, right? The Spider-Gwen first appearance that I bought off the rack, but years later during the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Sold for $500. I sold it for $500.
It's so crazy. That's so crazy.
I could probably get it back now for maybe 100, right, or something, or 200.
Yeah, definitely. You can buy it back for less than you sold it. This is Blade on a van, and then I guess that's the shadow of a vampire he's killing. I don't even know what issue this is. This is Strike Force number 1 variant edition, cover
Cool.
C. Yeah, a lot of these books actually came out of the 50-cent bin. So anything I'm really showing you is probably, I'm 99% sure it came out of a 50-cent bin. Swordmaster number 2. So Swordmaster becomes the new Shang-Chi at a point. So and they kind of started alluding to it because this is also featuring a story with Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, and then eventually, like issue 10 or something, the change happens. Like Swordmaster, I don't know, like Shang-Chi punches Swordmaster's sword or something, and powers get all messed up, and I don't know. Anyway, we got 2 of those for some reason. Nice. And then we got Strike Force. This is the thing with Blade. This is the first appearance of this Strike Force team.
Cool.
All right. That's a bunch of books. So a lot of these are like nice filler dollar, holler for $1, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Put them.
Awesome.
So we'll go through those. But yeah, I think now's maybe a good time to start wrapping up. You probably have to eat dinner.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The dinner bell's ringing.
There we go.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. You guys freaking rock, man. I love this show. New comic book day. Why? You know, most people will tell you, oh, it's a given why, but not really.
You never know. Like, there's a lot of new comic books out there that aren't very good. But I think if you focus on the characters you like and don't go chasing, dreams of finding the next, I don't know, Walking Dead or something, then you'll enjoy new comic books more than you'll hate them.
And get this, you guys. If they ever stop making physical copies, all the modern day comics that are 50 cents now will be a lot more.
It's true.
Because they're lower print runs. So there's that. So just collect what makes you super happy, like Will does, right? Just try to go after stuff that makes you happy.
Yeah. So you got anything going on this week?
I'm reorganizing my channel, and I kind of had questions for you about how you do things and stuff like that. I I did a collaboration with Grave Mood Rings, which is kind of a comedy show, spoofing on gothic TV series from the 70s, like Dark Shadows and stuff like that. And I wrote a song for them, and they just dropped that. That was pretty cool. But awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to do. But I want to talk to you backstage about that.
So got it.
I need Will's advice, people. Will knows what he's doing.
I will try my best to impart what little knowledge I contain. Cool. Yeah, we'll talk about it backstage. Yeah. Do I have anything happening this week? Tomorrow? No, maybe. I don't know. Tomorrow I might drop a video. I got a lot of packages that came in. I can't quite reach them, but they're back there. There's stuff from like I think January or December that I haven't opened. So I don't know. Well, I moved and then I was just
Fatal Joy. What's up, man? Thanks for being
J in the house. What up,
Fatal
bro?
J? My eyes are going crazy, dude.
The algo sent me. The algorithm drew another one. We got it.
It's good, man. It's good.
Oh man, you missed a lot of amazing Spider-Man goodness.
Yeah, I don't know. You like comics? The algo drew you here. That's really cool. YT changed it up, you guys. It's not so much the subscribers. It's more of engaging people because they're the investors and they create commercials and invest in YouTube and Google. They changed everything. Now it's about engagement. So, but the way Will does his shows, man, he's always friendly. So thanks for being here, my man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Thank you for stopping by. I think Fatal J also does comics.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. I actually just looked up Fatal J. He actually has, if it's the same Fatal J, which it looks like, 11.8K subscribers.
Well, there you go.
That's awesome. Yeah, congratulations, Fatal J. That is a nice number.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping by.
Awesome. Fatal J, man. Really nice to meet you.
And he does you might be interested in this, Aaron. He does music stuff. Comic book industry versus rap industry.
Okay. Yeah, hip hop. So, I'm more of an indie rock guy, but I respect people who create, So there you go.
Very cool. Very cool stuff. Guys, go check out Fatal J.
Awesome.
Yes, thanks, I do comics. There you go. And there's the link.
Well, all right.
Yes.
All right. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll do my link tree. You could check out my stuff if you want, my friends. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Put the link tree in there.
Aaron's link tree. You know what I mean?
Get it in there. Get it in there.
Cyclotronic Squirt Guns link tree, but this is my link tree.
Yeah, but we were starting to head out, guys. But yeah, look out for tomorrow. I'll be dropping like a haul video. Friday, I'll do my review of the new comic books I picked up this week. What you guys reading as far as indie books? Shoot, Something is Killing the Children. Indie books. Let's see. Oh, I'm reading. This is a new one.
Red Coat.
News from the Fallout. Chris Condon.
I've been buying older books lately, dude, but I've read some stuff. Right now, I'm reading Planetary.
There you go.
That's not current. I like the Red Coat series there. I think that's pretty cool.
Red Coat, yeah. The the stuff out of Red Coat. What's Geiger? That's a good one. Anything, well, not anything, but a lot of the early Something's Killing the Children, even the later stuff. I've definitely been reading that.
I read the first couple years of Something's Killing the Children, and I should get back into it. You kept it going, dude. I do have my number one issue still, so I don't slab, but I got it raw, you know.
Yeah. Are we reading Battle Beasts? I still have a blind bag, but yeah,
that's intense, isn't it?
Yeah, we're reading. Yeah, Battle Beast is just an intense character. Like he just beats people up, for lack of a better.
No mercy.
Yeah, for lack of a better, I was unsure of how Battle Beast would stand up because the character himself is I don't know, like the personality is not there.
Yeah.
It eats what it kills. Oh yeah. I also read Exquisite Corpses. That's a good one. But all right. But yeah, we got to get out of here. Aaron's got to eat some dinner and
look at Fatal J. What I'm going to send a copy of this to my friend Will over here. He doesn't have the something. Nothing Can Stop the Juggernaut. It's not exactly a huge book, but it's nice. This is my bread and butter, Jay.
Stop the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is unstoppable.
Nice. All right, we're out of here, friends. Thank you so much for. I'll be back every Wednesday. Once a month, we'll simulcast, so I can wake up my friends to come over on the Wednesdays and stuff, you know. But yeah, this is it.
All right, so it's a peace, deuces.
Deuces. See you on the next one.
See you on the next one, guys. Thank you for being here. Fatal J, thank you for stopping by on the algorithm. Everybody else, see you next week. Peace out.